everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Google My Business Problems. I'm Brooke Forbes with My Clone Solution, and today I'm here with Robyn Sales from Launching Your Success, and we're going to be talking about the question on your mind. That is, what is the difference between brand messaging and visual branding? People get these confused all the time. That's why it's a Google My Business question. So, Robyn, can you please tell us the difference between brand messaging and visual branding?
Branding in general has evolved over the years, and many times when people think of a brand, they think of the visual branding elements. You see a particular shade of red and you know that that's Coca Cola red. You see the Nike swoosh and you know that it belongs to Nike. You see the green mermaid and you know that it's Starbucks. Those are all visual branding elements. They give a brand their visual identity. You can't get to that until you know what your brand message is. So your brand message is the story that your brand is telling, the message that you're trying to get across. And perhaps more importantly, it's how you want your brand to make people feel. So if we go back to those three examples, that Coca-Cola red feels like a warm hug. It's very traditional. And it evokes our childhood memories. That's the way that Coca-Cola brand makes us feel. The messaging has to be clear underlying that in order for that visual branding to get that feeling across. Nike brand is very motivating, very inspiring. You see that swish and immediately you think, just do it. Their brand and their messaging is crystal clear, and that feeling comes across immediately. So you need to start with your brand messaging, which is the story and the feelings that you're trying to evoke, and then you can develop really clear visual branding, which is logos, websites, color palettes, etc.
I feel like everybody goes the opposite way.
They do.
And, it's like, hey, I'm going to start a business, or, hey, I need a new brand. And the first thing they do is start looking for a logo. And, and it's not necessarily based on the outward. It's always based on, well, this is what I like. And, a lot of business owners have to realize that they're not necessarily appealing to themselves. So,
right. They want something that looks cool, but what looks cool to them and what looks cool to their target audience may be completely different. And you have to start by figuring out who you're talking to.
And that is the number one problem, but we're not going to talk about that today because that makes this video way too long. There's other videos in the series for that. So thank you so much, Robyn, for being here. And this has been another episode of Google My Business Problems, where we just discovered why you don't start with your logo first. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next Monday.